Old memories waking up, shadows of the things I lost still echo where I once was. I walked for miles through a past I couldn't change, carried names of dreams that never learned my name. Photographs in my mind like torn and faded notes, pages that I turned but never learned to close. Time moves like water through my hands, moments breaking into sand. I try to gather pieces, hold them close, but fragments slip through like ghosts. If I breathe deep enough, maybe I will feel what's left of us. If I stand where I once fell, maybe I can break this shell. These are
fragments of who I was,
falling like stars into the dark.
every piece of story written in blood and trust.
But I'm learning how to hold my heart, fragments of who I was, but not the end, just where I start. If the past is broken glass beneath my steps, oh, walk it barefoot to the dawn ahead. I hear the voices of the years behind me speak, not to pull me back but to remind me I'm not weak. The scars I carry are the lessons I survived, marks of every moment that kept me alive. I used to wish for someone else to take my place, but now I see light drawn through every trace. Even broken mirrors can reflect the sky, even damaged wings can learn to fly. If I breathe through the fear, I might hear the truth that's crystal clear. If I let the past remain the past, I'll build a world that's meant to last. These are
Fragments of who I was,
falling like stars into the dark.
every piece of story written in blood and trust.
But I'm learning how to hold my heart, fragments of who I was.
These are fragments of who I was,
Falling like stars into the dark.
every piece of story written in blood and trust.
But I'm learning how to hold my heart, fragments of who I
Let the broken shape me, let the echoes raise me. Even if I'm made of fragments,
I am whole in who I've become. All the pieces find their place, like constellations in my veins, fragments of who I was, but not who I will remain. Smoke still hangs where all the whispers burned, footsteps echo in a place we can't return. Every truth we hid became a quiet war. Now we stand among the ashes on the floor. I remember when the silence felt like safety. We buried every fear like bodies under concrete. Words unspoken grew like thunder in our minds, till the pressure cracked the walls we built inside. You said the damage wasn't meant to last, but the bruises never learned how to fade fast. We hid our battles underneath a fragile peace, pretending broken pieces never used to bleed. But I can hear the heartbeat under rubble like a spark.
never learned to speak before the words turned into knives. I held my voice like a weapon never used, to quiet battles cut deeper than wounds. I'm done pretending empty peace is victory. Silence only amplifies the things we didn't see. Let the ruins teach us what was worth the fight. Some wars are won by learning how to fall at night. I hear the echo of a truth we can't ignore. Every whisper now is stronger than before. If we rise with open scars. If we heal as who we are. From the ashes of the silent war, we crawl through what we lost before. Every scar we tried to hide turns to fire from the inside. We're burning slow but healing more. From the ashes of the silent war. From the ashes of the silent war, we crawl through what we lost before. Every scar we tried to hide turns to fire from the inside. We're burning slow but healing more. From the ashes of the silent war. Let the quiet burn. Let the shadows learn. We survived the storms we never saw. This is how the broken stand and roar. Smoke is fading, but we're breathing more. We are ashes, learning to be fire once more.
broken pieces in my hands, but I'm learning how to heal. I've been walking on the fault lines of my past, careful with the windows I once shattered like glass. Every mistake I made still whispers through the hall, like echoes from a version of me that couldn't stand tall. There are nights I forget the sound of peace, like a song unfinished waiting for release. But even in the quiet I can hear a steady beat, a fragile rhythm pulling me back to my feet. I may be cracked but the light gets in. Storms left a mark but I learned from them. If falling is a lesson written in my bones, then getting back up is how I've grown. I'm shattered but still standing, broken but expanding. Every scar a map that guides me through, every breath a chance to break through. I'm shattered but still standing, learning without demanding. If the world turns cold, I'll still hold on. I'm not who I was, but I'm not gone. I used to hide every fracture like a crime, as if imperfection wasn't allowed to shine. But the cracks I feared became the way light poured through, and the hurt I carried slowly turned into truth. I've been quiet in rooms that never heard my name. I've been loud inside when no one ever came. But I'm tired of believing broken means less. Maybe broken just means progress. If hope is fragile, then I'll hold it close. If healing takes time, then let it grow slow. The past is heavy, but I'm lighter than before. Even after breaking, I want more. I'm shattered but still standing, broken but expanding. Every scar a map that guides me through, every breath a chance to break through. I'm still standing, learning without demanding. If the world turns cold, I'll still hold on. I'm shattered but still standing, broken but let me breathe through the cracks. Let me learn from the past. If I fall again, I'll stand again, stronger than the shape I've been. Shattered but still standing, still learning, still expanding. Not whole yet, but still living quiet in a crowded room. Every heartbeat felt like hesitation, till I learned that silence was a wound. The walls I
found power in the voice I kept inside. A spark that turned to fire once it finally touched the sky. I learned the scars were proof I didn't break, but proof of every hit I learned to take. Fear once held me like a shadow on my chest. Now I breathe deeper with the strength that's left. The locks are rusted from the storm inside my veins. I'm done with quiet, I'll break every chain. If the world pushes, I will push it back. No more shrinking underneath the weight I lack. The future calls like thunder in my bones. I'm standing now, I'm not alone. I'm breaking out of cages made of yesterday, running through the dark like morning on the way. If the echoes try to pull me down again, I'll scream the truth until they end. I'm breaking out of cages made of yesterday. Even if I shake, I'll learn to stand that way. The bones that bend now hold me stronger still. I'm more than who I was, I will let the old flames die.